Very last song on J. Cole's 2018 album KOD is called 1985. This song acts as a warning to all up-and-coming rappers about their inevitable demise, with lyrics telling them how they should manage their money, criticizing their looks, and telling them how their music won't last more than a couple years. When the song dropped, the consensus was that J. Cole sounded like a grumpy old head complaining about the next generation. Now it's 4.5 years later, and looking back, J. Cole predicted the future with incredible accuracy. It's important to note that the 1985 record probably would never...
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And J. Cole was right. And J. Cole warned you. But guess who else warned you? Dun, 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 dun. Who warned these young hip-hop heads? But they don't listen. They don't listen. And it doesn't mean you can't. I'm not a super fan. I'm not a fan of mumble rap. But you can still do it and get ahead. But if you don't listen, if you don't learn from others' mistakes, you're bound to repeat them. Now let's get into this one. If you guys is ready, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. But if you're really rocking with the vibe, hit that subscription button. We're on our way to 100,000 subs. I can't do it without you. Let's get the show started. 40-year-old what? Boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old what? Boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears.
40. Oh yeah, and we back and intact, man. And today, this was put perfectly. I was thinking of this the other day, and I was going to do like a monologue and just sit here and talk about it. But when people have already laid it out for you, it's like, let's just appreciate their work and give them their flowers. So before we get started with this one, you guys, this is Patrick CC. This dude he got 1 million subs. He's doing his thing. He drops these ill documentaries. Not all of them I agree with. I'm like, he's off with some of the streamers that I follow, but it is what it is. For the most part, dude's super on point. Check out his channel, Patrick CC. This one is titled J. Cole Tried to Warn You. Now, I have these conversations on the channel just randomly through live streams. I say a bunch of stuff. I'm an old head. I'm turned 43 in March, so I see things a little bit differently. And J. Cole tried to warn these young mumble rappers of what is to come if you don't stay the course. I'm interested to see how Patrick dissected this down because he's really good at this, getting all the information, putting up the screenshots, everything. So give him his flowers. Check out his channel. This is his content, and I'm reacting to it. And, hey, let's go ahead and get it. Now, we're going to start this from the beginning. Also, on the channel, I got a new music video, Plandemic, featuring Mad Child and Stevie Stone. Make sure you guys check that out. Other stuff on the digital platforms with Chris Calico. Man, rock with your boy, Black Pegasus. Let's go, man. J. Cole tried to warn you.
The very last song on J. Cole's 2018 album KOD is called 1985. This song...
What about 1984, George Orwell? Any connections? I don't know. That's probably the date he was born. That's what I'm guessing. But... every time I see 1980, I'm like, that's so close to 1984. Yo, if you haven't heard of George Orwell, go check it out. I'm on probation, YouTube probation, parole, 90 days. So let's go. Let's talk about J. Cole.
Acts as a warning to all up-and-coming rappers about their inevitable demise.
There's that triangle.
With lyrics telling them how they should manage their money, criticizing their looks, and telling them how their music won't last more than a couple years. When the song dropped, the consensus was that J. Cole sounded like a grumpy old head complaining about the next generation.
Bro, that Charlotte jacket is too hot fire. Starter, baby.
Now it's 4.5 years later, and looking back, J. Cole predicted the future with incredible accuracy. It's important to note that the 1985 record probably would never have been made if Lil Pump didn't attack J. Cole first. In early 2017, while Pump was buzzing in the SoundCloud world, he noticed his comment section on social media was flooded with people typing, "Fuck J. Cole." Why? No reason. So Pump ran with it and started trolling J. Cole because it made his fans mad and got his engagement up. The 17-year-old rapper posted a video of him in the studio working on what seemed to be a diss track.
Oh my gosh. Mumble rap is so bad, bro. I remember Gucci Gang, though. It got people moving. It's provocative. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Your mom went and got a Gucci ring.
This song was never released and was probably just another social media stunt to add to his long history of social media clout chasing. Cole never addressed the Lil Pump drama until 1 full year later when he dropped his album KOD. The last track, 1985, was where he tried to address Pump and all the new generation rappers. All these dudes poppin' now is young. Everybody say the music that they make is dumb. Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, and 6ix9ine were assumed to be the artists Cole was addressing in the record, but really it was just a general message to all rappers. In 2016 and 2017, there was a cultural divide between young...
He says... okay, let him finish. Sorry. Let me let him finish.
Smoke Perp and 6ix9ine were assumed to be the artists Cole was addressing in the record, but really it was just a general message to all rappers. In 2016 and 2017, there was a cultural divide between young rappers, their fans, and old rappers and their fans. It's commonly referred to as the clout rap era. The young rappers didn't feel like they owed respect for the lyrical rappers or classic hip-hop enthusiasts, and the old heads didn't really deserve it because they were quick to make fun of the young rappers for their image, lack of lyrics, and attitude.
Let me just dive in here. I believe it's a little different than what he's saying. There's a certain genre. It's mumble rap versus like more what you would say like hip-hop, like that purist. That's the divide. Because when you look at this, like when you have someone like, let's say, Corday, right? He's a youngster and he's on the come up and he pays homage to the older hip hop heads. And same with J. Cole. At one point, J. Cole was young, but he didn't come in the game with all the disrespect that the young mumble rap SoundCloud clout rappers do. They're a specific genre. But there are some young kids that like Marlon Craft, Corday, like that respect the art and the craft and they show love, but it's because they're in the genre of more of a purist form. So they respect it and understand the craft more. So this divide he speaks of is there, but I don't just think it's old and young. I think the young cats who were raised to respect hip hop as a craft, they show the love. And the young kids who are just misguided out there listening to Young Rebellion, so they listen to the mumble, da-da-da-da, they just don't get it. That's what I think.
J. Cole has kept the spirit of traditional 90s hip-hop even through the 2010s and 2020s. Some of his fans look at him as like the only hope for hip-hop, which makes him a very easy target since his fans are so passionate about his music.
I would say that it's J. Cole, Logic, now Corday, and Kendrick, who are at the top of the heap to keep like more traditional style hip hop alive. I would put Eminem up there, obviously, but he just isn't dropping records. I mean, none of those dudes I named really drop records consistently. Damn. There's this weird thing where these classic artists, they just release music at a slower level or something. Interesting.
Money, pussy, parties, I was on the same thing. You gotta give a boy a chance to grow some. Everybody talking like they know something these days. Man, they barely old enough to drive. To tell them what they should do, who the fuck am I? Cole empathizes with the young dudes. The clout era rappers he was referring to focused a little bit more on the image and the lifestyle than the music. They typically had more likes on Instagram than people listening to their songs. But Cole admits that he was also attracted to the lifestyle, and it almost seems hypocritical for him to be giving them advice. I heard one of them diss me, I'm surprised. This is obviously where he's talking about Lil Pump. I ain't trippin', listen good to my reply. Come here, little man, let me talk with you. See if I can paint you the large picture. Congrats, you made it out your mama house. I hope you make enough to buy your mama house. Lil Pump 4 years later did in fact buy his mama house.
I did everything I wanted to do. I moved my mom out of the hood,
Yep.
moved my whole family out of the hood, my family straight.
I see your watch icy and your whip foreign. I got some good advice, never quit touring, cause that's the way we eat here in this rap game. Rappers are commonly trapped in really bad contracts where they only receive about 10 to 20% of the revenue earned from album sales and streams, whereas their tours and live performances, they keep everything.
Okay, there's truth to that. Let's talk about touring. There's more money in touring because you actually get more paid what you're worth or closer to what you're worth. Yes, the record labels own majority when they sign these deals, own majority of the royalties, but we don't even get paid what we're worth for digital streaming. We get fractions of a penny as an independent artist. Now, labels will negotiate with Spotify to get bigger percentages, but still, it's not what it was when we were selling CDs. But what I would like to add, because this isn't totally true, some of these young artists that don't have the right representation, these 360 deals, they get a piece of your touring They get a piece of your merchandise on the road. They get a piece of it all. Not to mention the corporations, these Live Nation venues, they get a cut of your merchandise. I learned that the hard way. I was opening for Tech Nine. I got in trouble because I tried to run off with all my profits. We were hustling, and back then, I only made a certain amount of money, so I lived off of my merch sales. I didn't know how the game worked. I had to apologize to Live Nation. They banned me from doing Live Nation shows for about 4 or 5 years. Then they brought me back. I got to open up for a Bone Thugs show. But the reality was I didn't understand how it worked. After we sold merchandise at the venue in, where was it? The Fillmore in Denver. The merch lady comes up and is like, hey, you owe this. It's like 10% for soft goods, 20%, 25% for hard goods, whatever. They get a percentage of it. Okay. So I was like, dude, I need every penny. Back then my mind was limited, not abundance mindset. I didn't realize the relationship with Live Nation was more important than $100 because I'm trying to pay my rent. That's just how it was, right? I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from business, and I learned how important it is to keep valid relationships, right? But what I will tell you is these kids that sign these record deals, a lot of these 360 deals, they get a huge cut of your royalties, right? Your music royalties, your streaming, but they also get a cut of your touring. Sometimes it's like a management type of fee for the performance, for the t-shirts sold, for the CDs. On top of that, Live Nation or these bigger venues are taking a cut of that as well. So I just wanted to highlight that because I am an actual rapper, an artist who's toured all of Europe. I've toured Canada. I've toured America multiple times. Like, I've tour managed bigger rap groups on tour buses. Like, these are the things I've seen with my own eyes.
So a rapper might sell 500,000 records and make $100,000, or do 4 shows in one weekend and make the same amount.
Yeah, you do make more off your shows, but they still get a cut of it. This is just what it is.
Factor in how much time and effort goes into finalizing and releasing an album versus a 30 to 60 minute performance, you realize how much faster and easier that show money is. Lil Pump and 6ix9ine have resorted to doing tours overseas. They still have large fan bases outside of the USA, and they could still make a huge paycheck. But neither of them really ever do shows in the US, probably because the crowds would be much smaller, which would mean less money, and most likely people making fun of them on social media. I hear your music and I know that rap's changed. A bunch of folks would say that's a bad thing.
I don't know what he's alluding to yet on why there's shows, but I wanted to just tap this in real quick. What you would call mumble rappers, but this goes to all rappers. Some rappers do not know how to perform, you guys. So like, even if you have the hottest hit, the hottest single, people aren't just coming to your shows because that you're not hot anymore. If they developed an ill stage show, touring bands and artists that are able to tour with longevity, it's because they have an amazing show. They bring you a show. Most rappers just blow up from clout. They show up, they bounce around to their hit single at the time, and they rap over their lyrics that are playing through the sound system. It's like, yo, a DJ can do that. So you got to give people an experience. One of the greatest performers of our time is Tech Nine when it comes to the rap space. Now, you can talk, Kanye has a great show, I've heard. Drake has a great show. But like on the independent rap scale that's major, Tech Nine is the blueprint. You got to look at a Tech Nine show from the inception when he's rocking with Chris Calico, Cut, doing dance moves, like coming out in a cloak. Like, there's a lot to learn from, and these youngsters could learn from it if they give it a chance and do their history.
Because everything's commercial and it's pop now, trap drums is the shit that's hot now. See, I've been on a quest for the next wave, but never mind, that was just a segue. He also hints that these artists shouldn't be trend hopping and making music to satisfy the current sound. After Gucci Gang in 2017, Pump struggled to make noise with another record. Esket It, Drug Addicts, Be Like Me, Butterfly Doors. Surprisingly, all these songs did hit the Billboard Hot 100, but faded away faster than ever. Pump undoubtedly had a huge fan base that were eager for him to come up with something fresh, so they would tune into the next song only to realize it sounded exactly like the last one. Plus, people that hated him wanted to see what he was going to do next as well. The same thing could be said for 6ix9ine. Also, it was most likely his legal issues and gang affiliations that ruined his career. His music didn't evolve much, neither did the names of his songs. To be fair though, there is a fine line of sticking with a sound and just making the same song over and over again.
Yeah, it's consistency. because your fans, like, it's rare that groups are like super eclectic. In the rock format, you see it more so than hip hop. I felt like Outkast was one of the most amazing groups to like kind of genre bend and do different things, like change their whole image and still sell it to the world. But typically, man, your fan base comes for a certain thing and they want to hear the newer version of it, but they don't always want to hear something different. So it's like this balance of consistency, like, yo, I'm getting the classic Dr. Dre and Eminem, but it's the newer version of it. Like, people don't want to hear Eminem yodeling or singing country music. They want to hear him going hard with the lyrics. So you got to figure out ways to reinvent yourself without ostracizing your audience. And it's not easy. It's not easy.
As much as people hate on DaBaby, musically he achieved a lot of success by making very similar sounding music for 3 years straight, but who am I kidding? Today it's not looking so good for him either. I know you think this type of revenue is never ending, but I want to take a minute just to tell you that ain't true. One day them kids listening gonna grow up and get too old for that shit that made you blow up. Now your show's looking light cause they don't show up, which unfortunately means the money slow up. These could be the lines that cut the deepest, mostly for Smoke Perp. You see, after 1985 dropped, a clip went viral of fans at a Smoke Perp show chanting, and Perp continued the energy of hating on Cole.
Before the show, they were chanting J. Cole because we are kids on drugs, bitch. You know what's going on.
2 years later, his album Florida Jit sold 5K in the first week. Then in 2022, Perp's 16-year-old rebel fan base was now 21. They grew up and they didn't show up to his tour. His crowds were looking scarce. Perp started going viral for nobody showing up to his shows. Instead of putting on a performance and rocking out to the small crowds, Perp would just leave early or cancel his own shows.
Damn, that's crazy, man. I did a show with Smoke Perp in Breckenridge in Keystone. It was probably like 5 or 6 years ago. They brought him to the mountains for these like festival style shows, and they popped off. But dang. It's weird too because I'm like a purist, so like I never really fit in with these cats. But my thing is I got good energy, man. Like I might get on here and criticize or say some things, but I'm not hating on these guys. I want to see people win, period. But there is a blueprint to winning. When you're hot, you go get your bread, you invest it, and you figure out what you're doing. As an artist, it can be more complicated. Like I said, reinventing yourself, making the new version of yourself, but staying consistent is not easy. It's not easy, but there are people to follow. There are people to watch and be like, damn, the saying, watch the throne? There's a reason these people are on the throne, yo.
Then the money slows up, and oh boy was this evident. All of the clout era rappers have resorted to some cheap Instagram promotions.
Partnered up with High Key Clout, and so look, we're giving away $10,000.
Yo, this is Smoke Perp, and I'm teaming up with High Key Clout to give away a free $10,000.
What's up, guys? It's Lil Skies, and I'm teaming up with High Key Clout to do a giveaway.
Yo, it's Rich the Kid. I'm teaming up with High Key Clout to give away $10,000 cash. It's your boy Big 14. And I done teamed up with High Key Clout, you know what I'm saying? And we're giving away.
Okay, I don't know about all this because I've heard Little Skies is kind of on his way out, but I thought Trippie Redd is still kind of popping. You guys, I don't know, man. I'm a grown ass man. I don't follow all this, but from everything I've seen, I thought he was still popping. And Tekashi 6ix9ine is actually super popping because of his, connecting with Steve Will Do It and kind of reemerging his career as like a YouTuber, in my opinion. But who am I?
10K cash.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, man. I partnered up with High Key Clout, wireless headphones.
Yeah, Blueface is definitely doing other things to make money now. I've seen that. Like he's on like some type of show or something, like a love and hip hop type of thing. So definitely he's pivoting is what they call it, pivoting.
We're giving away 10K cash.
Lil Xan promoting sketchy crypto coins.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Bro, straight up, F Lil Xan, yo. We booked him this year, man. We are not, I think it was last year we booked him against my better judgment, right? I remember posting it, people like, whatever, but we booked it. We're like, yo, let's, we were kind of slow. And this fool canceled his tour like 2 days before it started. And I don't know if you understand as a promoter, like refunding people, doing all the right things to make sure the fans aren't upset. Like artists are opening and they are selling tickets for the show, man. A super mess, all just because this dude has no dang common sense. None. No common sense. I do not, like, look, I've worked with mumble rappers, yo. We've had shows with them. I'm a promoter. I do all types of shows. They're always cool. They've always been chill. They do their thing. Look, people have their time. It comes and goes. But this kid, man, this kid, I should have listened to my better judgment. I was watching, No Jumper saying, yo, don't work with this kid. He's this, he's that, da. Yo, it was absolutely true. Little Xan, trash, bro, trash.
You to check out this new token called Marvin Inu. It's super dope, man, and they're about to take off.
6ix9ine promoting multiple NFT scams. Blueface doing influencer boxing events. It's possible that the pandemic hurt everyone's shows, and maybe these artists could have rode their wave a little longer, but now people are being very selective who they go out and see live. Now you scrambling and hoping to get hot again, but you forgot you only popped because you were riding trends. Now you old news and you going through regrets. Smoke Perp was caught buying Instagram followers. Cuff Boys noticed that every time his follower count dropped below 4 million, it would randomly shoot up by multiple thousands. He also tried to attack Kanye on Instagram for saying that he wrote I love it and Ye owes him $9 million.
And Kanye, nigga, you owe me like $9 million, nigga. Hit my line, nigga, or my lawyer's gonna hit your lawyer, nigga.
Just doing anything for clout. Lil Pump did the same thing, posted ridiculous pictures on the internet for attention, shaved his eyebrows, claimed he was going to start making rock music. In my opinion, he hit an all-time low when he decided to make a song with the YouTubers, the Dobre Brothers. Hit It If You Know You Lit was the most awkward and horrible song I have ever heard.
Hit it if you know you lit. Yeah, you know you lit.
Pump visibly looked like he hated himself for doing the music video. Then he managed to get some attention when Trump called him Little Pimp.
One of the big... Yo, this was lit, though. I can't lie. I remember this happened in 2020. Yo, this was so lit.
Superstars of the world, Little Pimp.
Sure, he could have genuinely been a...
Yo, Trump is the GOAT. Trump is the GOAT. Yo, I don't care, man. People be getting mad. Yo, he wild. He be saying crazy stuff, but yo, I don't even get on the... Zun, zun, zun. He's tripping. Anyway, Trump is the GOAT, though. He's funny as hell, bro. Dude, I remember this. Yo. I wouldn't say this is a low, though. I think this is a good look, actually. Man, look, if you look at where America's at right now, bruh, I think people have some buyer's remorse. You can say you don't. I believe you guys have some buyer's remorse. Now we have UFO balloons. We got chemical spills in Ohio. We got, Russia. What's gonna WW3? I mean, what you let me know. I think people got some buyer's remorse. I don't think this was a low point. That's just me.
Porter, even though he tweeted "fuck Trump" during his 2016 run, but that's fine. There's a dual party for a reason. Regardless, it was pretty clear that Lil Pump was scrambling to get...
I said that too, though. I said that in 2016. I was saying that too. I don't love Trizump. I don't love Trizump. I will criticize that dude. He's made massive mistakes. But after 2020, I was like, yo, they wildin', B. They wildin' now. Fast forward to we in 2023. I'm like, whew. I don't know, man.
Hot, and he would lean into whatever was getting him attention, just like the whole reason he said fuck J. Cole in the first place. I'm just telling you what's probably gonna happen when you rapping about the type of shit you rapping about. It's a faster route to the bottom. I wish you good luck. I'm hoping for your sake that you ain't as dumb as you look. Surprisingly, the two actually had a 1 hour long sit-down conversation 1 month after the record dropped to discuss their differences.
That was like basically like the trend, everybody saying F J. Cole, whatever, blah, blah. It was even like serious, like, I f with your shit, your shit's hard,
Thank you, bro. I mean, I realized that in time.
Right, it was all trolling and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Despite all the respectable and honorable game that J. Cole tried to give, Lil Pump still did everything Cole predicted in 1985. And today, Lil Pump is in denial.
I f with J. Cole.
Yeah.
I don't have no problems with him.
Do you feel like he predicted kind of like what ended up happening with your rap career?
Nope.
No.
Because I'm still here.
Sure, Pump is still here in a...
Cosmic Kev is a savage for asking that. I don't know. I'm going to keep it real. As an interviewer, I don't know if I could have asked that. I'm not at that level yet. I mean, sorry, bro. I said Cosmic Kev. I meant Bootleg Kev. Bootleg Kev. My bad. Who the hell's Cosmic Kev? There is a Cosmic Kev. It's like a freestyle rap show or something. My bad, bootleg kept. But dude, that was a blunt question. Like, yo, man, you fell off, bro. Don't you think J. Cole predicted this? Damn, bro.
Physical sense, but an extremely small percentage of his audience is interested in what he's gonna bring to us next. He's dropping his album in a month or so, but I think we can all agree J. Cole's warning came true, and sadly, these rappers didn't take it seriously enough. The same thing happened to Fetty Wap. He made a series of horrible financial decisions, didn't evolve his sound, and even his own management may have sabotaged his career. But if you want to hear more about that, check out this video.
This dude is really good at YouTubing. You see how he connected that at the end? Like, hey, check this video out now, player. Dang, bro. This is wild. This is wild, y'all. This is what we got, man. What do you think? J. Cole tried to warn you. Was he right? I mean, when you have some depth and perspective in life, because experience is the best teacher, these type of things do happen. And us older heads do be trying to warn the younger heads. I'm still trying to warn myself. I ain't even a multimillionaire yet. Abundance mindset, baby. Abundance mindset. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Investments, work hard, show up, be consistent. Anyway, man, shout out to all the homies, the Lil Pumps, the Smoke Perps, the Tekashis, the J. Coles, the Cordays. I wish you all the best. Even if you wish me the opposite, sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. If you're really rocking with the vibe, hit the subscription button. We about to hit 100K this year. I can't do it without you. Feel free to chop up the content if you want. Put it on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. It's all lovely. We out of here. 40!
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.